Hey there guys, Gina Hamby here with Help for Homeschoolers. Today, I'm going to answer your question. Do I have to follow the public school schedule? And I'm going to tell you, no you don't. And I'm going to show you what I discovered became a beautiful schedule for my family that actually resulted in some better behaved kids. All right, let's dive in. Okay, Mom, I know you. I know you're here because you're doing your very best trying to give your kids a great education. You are trying to succeed at this homeschool thing. And even if you are thinking about putting them back in public school, you want to make sure you're doing the very best job right now, today, this year. So you've got your curriculum laid out and you've got your lesson plans, or maybe you follow a certain pattern in the day and you're going along and then all of a sudden, something unexpected happens. 2020 has been the year of the unexpected. Things happening that we didn't see coming, that we weren't necessarily prepared for. And maybe you are thrown into this homeschooling thing and now you're like, but things keep happening and it's out of my control, and I'm feeling so stressed because I really want to do good at this homeschool thing, but things keep coming up and it's messing up our school day because I have to stop to do this and that. I want to tell you about a schedule that brought so much freedom and flexibility, and it actually gave me an advantage as a mom through more behaved children, and I want to explain that to you. So the question is, do you have to follow the public school schedule? I have good news for you. No. You need to get essentially 180 days of learning together, okay? And that means for 180 days, on these certain days, you are set apart, that you are concentrated, that your children are learning. You're progressing in the different subjects, you're progressing in skills, you're learning things together. That can happen throughout the 365 days. I know you're saying, so you're telling me, Gina, that you did school all year round? And I'm going to tell you yes, and I'm going to answer your objections. But first, let me tell you how I discovered this. I know it was already out there, but me personally, I thought, okay, we start in September and we end in June, early June, end of May, that's it. But early on in my homeschooling, my grandmother got very sick all of a sudden, and I didn't want her in a nursing home. I wanted to take care of her. Having a servant heart and having a nursing background, I said, yes, please, let me take care of Grandma through her passing. And so we did hospice care at our home, and that involved a lot of family, a lot of meal making, a lot of visits from the hospice nurses, things like that. And it really kind of changed our days, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've missed all this school time. I'm going to have to make this up. So there I went. I kept on going through the summer. But let me tell you how it looked, and let me tell you the benefit. It does not mean, Mom, that you have to do school all the time. No break. It doesn't mean that. No. So like in the summertime, we would do 2 or 3 days of school. Other days would be completely off. At Christmas time, we could take a longer period of time, and that's when we did more baking together. I didn't have to worry about the math getting done or the language because I already had it built into a schedule, because I knew I had 90 more days in the summer to really kind of catch up and make up for anything I've done or didn't get done. So your Christmas break can be longer. Let's say you have a baby. You can take longer and relax. Let's say you want to care for somebody who's ill. Let's say, Mom, that you unexpectedly have to pick up more hours, or you have to get a job outside the home and you have to work a couple days a week now. And that wasn't the case before. So with doing it all year round, you have 365 days to get your 180 school days. Now let me tell you about the blessing and the benefit. There's a secret your children won't tell you. They love boundaries and they love a schedule, or at least a pattern in their day. They will never admit that, But I noticed that as we started to do school throughout the year, not rigid, it's more relaxed, it's more flexible. But yet, let's say in the summertime, yeah, we're still going to do the math workbook, and we're still going to do some writing of sentences, writing a letter. We're still keeping up with things. We're still reading books together. We're still working on projects, but not at a hectic pace because, again, you're more relaxed. But my children knew what to expect. So I have 4 boys, and those 4, you put 4 boys and boredom together, and what happens? They start fighting and bickering. Maybe they get lazy. Maybe they say, "Mom, I'm bored." Don't we hate when they say that? Now, when they have a pattern every week throughout the year, when there's a pattern to life, when they know that there's not pressure, but they're expected, they get up, they're doing their chores, you're having breakfast, then you're going to sit down, you're going to have your devotional or your character development, whatever that is. For us, it was Bible time. You're going to take that time, and then you're going to jump into some school. There is a pattern. They know what to expect. You don't have to experience all of those things like, "I'm bored," or the fighting that comes up, because they know there's a pattern to the day. There's things that they're going to accomplish. Every child needs to feel purpose and value. It's when your kids don't understand what's coming next or what their purpose or value is, that's when you get kids that are complaining, grumpy, discontented. With year-round, more relaxed schooling, you're going to avoid that. You're going to be less rigid, certainly in the summer. At Christmas time, you can take a longer break. If someone's sick, you don't have to stress. It's okay. And let me tell you something. Those times that I thought, "Oh no, we had to stop official school to care for somebody," with a background as a nurse, my family, I was often wanting to help anybody that was in the hospital or needed to come home and recover. Or after having a baby, my sister lived with us for a month. She had twins, and I wanted to help her. So not as much official schooling happened, but let me tell you what did happen. The kids, I did not sit them in front of an iPad or a computer game. I was very intentional that I wanted them to learn real life. I wanted them to watch me and work alongside me. So they were helping me as I had extra chores when we were caring for my grandmother, as we were making more food for all the family that were coming to say their goodbyes to my grandmother. They were learning life skills, how to talk to each other, how to be okay when life happens, when interruptions happen, how to deal with the stress of the extra work. They learned how to cook and to clean and to be hospitable and to communicate well with a wide variety of people. I just had them right by my side all the time. That doesn't mean they didn't go out to play sometimes. I'm not saying that, but I didn't put them in front of a device. I didn't say, "Here, you guys go watch a movie." I'm not saying you can never do that. There are times when mama just needs a break and she doesn't want to always be role modeling and character develop. I get that. Sometimes we just need that mental break. It's okay for a good movie once in a while, but it shouldn't be your everyday. And during those times, during those years when I actively took care of family, my kids developed so much character. They were so socialized by being involved in everyday life, having a servant heart, knowing how to work, knowing how to clean, knowing about responsibility, knowing that they have purpose. That creates very well-rounded, intelligent, creative children. All right, so there you go, Mom. We talked about, yes, you can do year-round schooling. The kids will enjoy the pattern more. You will enjoy the pattern more. There'll be less fighting, bickering, less "I'm bored." You have more flexibility. You have a greater advantage because you don't feel that internal stress. That sounds like a winning combination for me.